Yes, yes. DJ Hard Hittin Harry live and direct. DJ Hard Hittin Harry live and direct, man. This is what it is. We are here. It's Wu-Tang Radio live and direct. And this is a very special show because this show is family. Like, we're going to do a family vibe type of a situation. And it's all about Sybarite LOVEisLOVE. It's all about dancers, choreographers, legacy. And kind of emotional too, because I started the show with Voodoo Ray. And that was my brother who actually brought me into Sybarite. And it's always emotional when I do Sybarite because it always takes me back to Ray. You know, I can't help but think of Ray whenever we come together quarterly to showcase the most amazing dancers that you will ever see, ever. I mean, just excellence. And what's up, y'all? My name is DJ Hard Hittin Harry. Welcome to Wu-Tang Radio. Welcome to the Midday Mixtape. On Wednesday, August 27th, 2025, Sybarite Productions is celebrating their 20th anniversary and holding a fundraiser at Racket, formerly known as Highline Ballroom in NYC. Now, Sybarite Productions is celebrating 20 years of community service and support of artists while honoring the dance and music legends that have assisted in the success of serving over 20,000 artists over the years. Sybarite will be honoring Mop Top Crew. All right, that was Ray's crew, man. He was definitely Mop Top all day, you know what I mean? And for those that know, Ray was also known as, well, I'm going to take it back to our esteemed panelists, and we're going to talk about what was Ray formerly known as, you know, or always known as, but he had another name in the beginning, so we're going to let them kind of reveal that, you know what I mean? But we're going to represent and we're going to honor Voodoo Ray, who you saw in the beginning of the montage. Marjory Smarth, my sister, my Haitian sister. You know, my Haitian sister who also passed away. So rest in peace, Marjory Smarth. Tanisha Scott, DJ Spinner, Chris Robb, Obvious. The first time I ever saw Obvious was at a LOVEisLOVE showcase where Ray was just like big on Obvious, you know, the poet, just the artist, the DJ, my brother Obvious, you know. Dister, amazing artist, my brother Dister, man. Like, and also a dope salsa dancer too. But Dister will be honored as well. Kwikstep and Rockafella. I mean, what can I say? Kwikstep and Rockafella. You know, producer, dancers, you know, Amy Sherrill, and many more staples and grandparents of the NYC music, art, and dance community. Sorry. We are requesting monetary sponsorship. We're still looking for sponsorship. We always need help to make this go down. I know the struggle, and our esteemed guest, Dinna, will talk more about the challenges, you know, that's been. I mean, you would think, like, you know, money would be just falling out the sky, you know, from all the amazing dancers that you see, and people would just plunk down money. So it always baffles me that it's always a struggle to get money and sponsorship. But we'll talk more about that. And once again, LOVEisLOVE is a quarterly charity music, art, and dance music festival that showcases high-powered dance performances and renowned singing talent. Without further ado, I'd like to bring on my special guest. This is a special edition of Wu-Tang Radio and the Midday Mixtape. We're going to bring on right now two of my most favorite people. Not only is it Sybarite, but they also do this thing called art erotica too. So we got to talk about that too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my sister, the queen, Dinna, and my brother, Alaric. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Thank you, Harry.
Thank you, Harry.
Such an amazing intro.
Yeah.
Before we start, Harry.
Love.
I think Tekitha is in the waiting room.
I do see her. I'm going to bring her on in a minute.
Okay.
I see you, Tekitha.
Okay, dope.
Just wave if you can hear us. She's in the green room. I'm going to bring her in. I got to bring her in properly because Tekitha is, and we're not going to wait too long, but I just want to introduce you guys, and I'm going to bring Tekitha.
Well, firstly, thank you so much. I'm super excited, and it's all apropos that we're on the Wu-Tang Radio with you, and it's all full circle, and that I just mentioned who's in the green room. So,
yes,
all of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is epic, man. Like, for us, here's the thing: is that Sybarite is not just, and I don't want to say just because it's such a huge part of it, but like it isn't just Love is Love, which is the dance showcase. It's art erotica, it's documentaries we've done, it's artists that have become like really phenomenal, art auctions that we did. Like originally, Amy Sherrod was in that art auction. People have just blown up completely, but it's also our history, like our family, our community probably scans about to about 3,000 people, right? And give and take. And when you come into this anniversary, you're going to see a slideshow of our entire history together. And that includes,
I'll be there early.
Yeah, that includes Marjory Smarth as well.
Yeah.
So Voodoo Ray was one of the first people I met in New York. I didn't know anybody when I moved here in 2003. I then met Marjory, and Marjory was the one that had my back, not knowing me too well, and brought in these epic, legendary dancers who became sort of this like high, and you'll hear more about it at the anniversary, but the people we're honoring, like the Mop Top Crew, which Link was a huge part of this, Khalif was a huge part of this, Voodoo Ray, of course, and then and then Rockafella, Quick and Rockafella were up there, and Tanisha Scott represented dance hall, and Eric Negron, like just this amazing group of people. And they, without knowing me, blindly let me just do this thing that I thought might have some potential. And it blew up to this amazing, beautiful show. And then, of course, Voodoo Ray, who is like the ultimate, really like the ultimate feminist and friend, just had my back and was there always alongside Sin Rose, and hosted the event, and really everything was like on the backs of these people. Like none of this would exist without our history together as a community. And then Alaric and I came together and started Art Erotica, which then created a whole other community. So this is a celebration of not just like, oh, my nonprofit Sybarite. This is a celebration of our lives together for the last 20 years, you know, and everything that has come of it, and all like the joy that we provided each other in these evenings together, you know. So I'm just super excited. So there's award ceremony, there's screening of some films that Sybarite's made. There's epic dance performance that I can't even explain how amazing they're going to be. And I want to say, you get your tickets on loveisloveworldwide.com. And I really want people to pay attention to the details. Click on details, because each tier gives you something different. And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a fundraiser where it was only like $100 or more for a ticket, because it's important that the younger dancers come to this show, even if their friends are not performing, because the legends are there, the people that they should be learning from. And it's super important that they're. So I made, you know, general admission tickets as well, so everybody could afford to come to this. But I really suggest and encourage people to get the pre-sale, because it's going to be double at the door, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm really very excited. And we have musical performances with staples of Sybarite, Chris Robb, amazing musician, musical director, can do anything, Jennifer Johns, and then some special guests that it's surprise special guests. And then I think there's on there also like the artists that are donating, auctioning off their art, Dister, Martelicia, Andre Tenier, and a whole bunch of gift bag stuff, and just a lot of surprises. But more importantly, come just so that we can like all be together, like a family reunion, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said at the top of the show, I'm super emotional because Ray was the one that brought me on. Ray always said that I was one of his favorite DJs, you know, and that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me because Ray knows a lot of DJs and a lot of DJs know Ray. So I was actually intimidated in the very beginning, you know, when I first connected with Ray. I used to see Ray back when he used to he did the door, you know, with Barbara Tucker and the Underground Network. That's how I met Ray. You know, I was trying to get in, you know, and you know, it was just something that, you know, when Ray actually asked me to be a part of it, it was like, you sure? You know what I mean? And I'm usually very confident of myself, but just the magnitude of people that Ray has worked with, videos that he's appeared on, you know, I was a little like, you sure? You know what I mean? So super grateful to you know, to connect 20 years ago. And I remember all the early shows. I remember Spotlight Studios, you know, in Times Square, and, you know, the struggles, you know, going through, you know, Highline, of course, was the best years that I always remember, you know. But like, what are some of your, I want to say, and I want to ask this question, and then we're going to segue into Tekitha, who's waiting patiently in the sidelines. Salute to Tekitha. What are your most favorite, fondest memories of Sybarite? Love is Love.
Of Love is Love? Oh, man.
I know it's so many.
I think, first of all, I just want to say, like, a big shout out again to the community, but like our peers, because being up there, and even if thousands of people come, if I don't look out in the audience and see you guys, like, it doesn't mean anything to me. So one of I think the things that brings me the most joy is to feel like I am creating something that's bringing other people joy. Hopefully they're not just coming, you know, just out of love for me, but they're coming because they actually really enjoy the show, right? So that is a great memory. I think something that I think about all the time is the after the event stuff that really used to pop off like a lot more. But it's all the ciphering and
the ciphers,
after
the after parties, you know.
Go so, because you could see that they just got their adrenaline, like so much, like just dancing out of control, like the
end of the night,
thousands of people, like that's just such a beautiful thing to see, man.
Yes. Well, without any further ado, I want to introduce another queen that's going to join us right now. I've known Tekitha for a lot of years as well. I used to work PR for Wu-Tang. Before I became on board Wu-Tang Radio, I used to work with John Mook Gibbons for the Deadly Venoms and Protect Your Neck Records, and then eventually Wu-Tang Records, and now Wu-Tang Radio. And I always knew Tekitha just from the music that she did and her affiliation with Wu-Tang Clan, the vocals, the amazing vocals, and more recently, you know, her country music domination, I want to say, with her daughter, you know, and I'm so grateful I saw that manifest. I watched it grow, and to see her just blowing up with her daughter, won the duo. It's just I'm just so proud of her and her daughter coming together, you know, doing the country music thing, kicking the doors down, kicking doors and jumping fences. So without further ado, please, ladies and gentlemen, we're live on Twitch as well. Give it up for Tekitha.
Yay. Peace. Hi.
Won the duo. Hey, Tekitha. Hey.
Peace. How are you?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm
now Dinna and Alaric gotta like squeeze in together and like, you know. There you go. Get a little closer.
Can I get cozy now?
Yeah, get cozy.
Hi,
What's up, Tekitha? How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. What an introduction. Thank you so much.
Listen, radio is my love. And I'm speaking to the people that may not know who you are out there. Sure. Although they should. But I feel like, you know, that you got to introduce, you know, you got to do a proper introduction for people that are new, you know, that are green and that do not absolutely have no idea who you are. I know who you are. Dinna knows who you are. You know, we all know who you are, but the people out there, you know what I'm saying? So thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time. How you been? What's up? What's good?
I've been amazing. It's been quite the journey over the last 20 years. I want to kind of stick with the 20th anniversary theme, you know, to honor why we are here and why we're having this conversation around Sybarite and Love is Love. And just thinking about, I feel like this might be our 20th year that Dinna and I have known each other. Wow. And so for me, just to be a part of this kind of conversation and to be looking back at the 20 years that I've spent in entertainment, actually this year makes my 31st year in entertainment, and kind of making this leap from not just being on the stage, but being behind the stage and leaning further into my advocacy for artists and for creators like Dinna and the producers like Dinna who need the support of other talent to help to, how can I say, manifest what she's trying to do for the community, or what she is doing, has been doing for the last 20 years for the community, the artistic community. So in thinking of my last 20 and last 15 and 10 years, and even the last few years of being with my daughter, with One the Duo, I just feel blessed. I feel blessed and really fortunate to have gone through the hills and the valleys and the ups and downs of the music industry and entertainment industry to find myself in a place like this, to just be with loved ones and family. Because Harry, you've known me for over 20 years. You know, it's like 27, 28 years, something like that.
Yeah, that's wild.
So so I feel good. I'm just glad to be here.
Yes. I mean, this is a marriage, you know, it's like a blending family together, like Dinna said, and that's what's beautiful about it, you know, because I didn't even know that Dinna knew you like that, you know what I mean? So wow. when she mentioned Tekitha, I was like, oh, Tekitha, you know, it's almost like it was beautiful that, you know, she brought you together to be a part of this, you know?
Yeah. I feel fortunate. I'm just kind of coming into the fold over at Love is Love on their board, and intend to be incredibly more active in the years to come. But so this is kind of like me just getting my foot in and learning from the best and taking a lot of notes and doing a lot of observing and just leaning in where I can, where I'm being asked to. So.
Yes, Dinna, what I want to ask you, what do you hope that this 20th anniversary will accomplish? Besides the obvious, you know, family coming together, but what is your hope? What is your end goal?
I think that there's some part of me, to be honest, that's been reflective in the last year around, especially with people getting sick or people passing. And, you know, as we get older, it's just, we're going to see more and more. And I just feel that it's important for us to commiserate these kind of moments when we have the chance, and to give each other the flowers, to just stay, have a moment in time where we can be fully present, to say right here, right now, even if all this shit is going on around us, even if all the bullshit, let's just take a couple of hours to sit with each other and be like, I really fucking appreciate you. I really fucking appreciate you, Alaric. And I really fucking appreciate you, Tekitha. And I really appreciate you, Harry. There's the world doesn't, just the same way that if I look out in the audience and I don't see people I love, then none of it matters, is the way I feel about every moment. And so this is just an opportunity. It was like, oh, cool, it's 20 years, let's do that. There's emotional, kind of spiritual, existential piece.
Super.
Yeah. But then there's
my daughter started with Love is Love. You know what I mean? So grateful for that. You know, so grateful to watch, you know, Kelly Peters, you know, nurture so many talent that I've watched over the years. Not only Kelly Peters, obviously, you know. Kelly is home. That's you know, that's home, you know, but all the choreographers and dancers to have watched them grow and evolve over the years, it's pretty amazing. Amazing.
On
you
TV,
know? Award shows.
The Missy Elliott tour, and seeing Deshaun, just seeing people that I've been seeing since they were kids or teenagers.
Yeah.
They're living their life. You know, it's the rites of passage in some way. Doing Sybarite, doing Love is Love is a rites of passage, you know. So that's on that level. Of course, logistically, we're really struggling, to be honest. And
yeah, let's talk about that.
things are just getting a bit tougher. The thing that people don't really understand is all the sides of the production side of things, right? And if you just do the quick math, you realize like, this isn't kind of making sense. But the venues are getting more expensive. On their side, their rent is getting more expensive. We can't make the bargain. I mean, these shows cost an upward of $25,000. Like these are like down payments on, and I'm supposed to magically come up with this somehow. And if you look,
how do you come up with it? Like, and I know for a fact, and I'm just asking questions for those, you know, because I've helped you get venues as well, like Sony Hall and stuff like that, you know.
Bad Waters before, like had some really bad nights where I just was really owed a lot of money, you know. And then there's been days or nights that like we even out and it's okay. It's just sort of a crapshoot, right? And we had some really good years before the recession, basically. Like where Scion was a huge.
Scion.
They really helped us out, and I think that in that we sort of got addicted to the idea of corporate sponsorship over like grants, for instance. Grants are tough. They are trying to help, but now with the arts being cut, like so it's a lot, you know. Grants are something that usually they assume you to have the money. You have to fund it and match the grant. So, and you don't actually get reimbursed.
So you got to come out of pocket. You got to come out of pocket and they match it?
Yeah, no. Like, let's say I get a $5,000 grant. I have to come up with another $5,000 to show.
Okay, right.
But I also don't get that money for about like 9 months until after the event.
Wow.
They assume you to be an organization that has a certain amount of money, and I understand that, but that's not the case. And so in my world, I'm doing a lot of robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like I make it here, I pay this off, but then I just borrow it again. It's you know,
Peter's pissed.
Honestly,
who's like, Peter?
Peter, the
Paul's partner.
Paul.
Oh, Robin Peter the paper.
Right.
Okay.
So there's a lot of
you
know, and the thing is that like for sponsors, to me, it's a no-brainer. I'm like, listen, it's not about anything but social media now, and the people performing at these shows have tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of followers.
Right.
So your brand is going to get more exposure at any given show. There's close to 400, if not more, dancers performing at every show. Right? So multiplying that 400 times 10,000 followers, like you're getting into the millions of exposure. And that's the way I think brands should be really showcasing their brand. Also, dancers are always like the hippest, on top of every style. Like they're the trailblazers for anything.
Right.
And they're athletes. Dancers are athletes.
Yeah, for sure.
Every energy, every athletic brand, everything should be jumping on this show, is my opinion. You know.
Yeah, like every single performance, it just blows me away, and I see it in your faces as well, and just the audience, the energy. It's just fantastic, and it's something that I feel like, you know, really needs more support. I try to do what I can to help out as much as I can. And I'm always wondering, Dinna, how I can do more, you know what I mean? So, but when you see the future, it's the future, like the dancers actually, you know, it gives you that much more motivation, right? To continue on and keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When I see on stage and when I see them living their dreams, and when I see how, I mean, because we have a big celebrity pool too, you know. Our dancers have danced with every big celebrity, from Madonna to, that's all Sybarite dancers.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And some form or another, they have come through our show. You know, Missy Elliott, has a lot.
Latifah.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to add on something too that I think is really important, that Love is Love and Sybarite and what, you know, Dinna has brought together through the foundation is really highlighting the importance of the mental health and, you know, the importance of spirituality, the importance of like anchoring that in your life as you are being a creative and using that form of expression to find your joy, like that being part of their mission. I think it's just like, what better organization or foundation could you support that's actually supporting the mental health of the creatives as well? Which me personally, as a creative and having been, this is my only job I've ever had. And I've had to find in the last 5 to 10 years how very important my mental health is for my piece in order for me to create, right? And so that there's an organization that exists that part of their mission is to support that as they're kind of helping them to achieve their goals and grow in their craft and et cetera, et cetera. You really can't do any of that without a proper plan and support financially, especially around mental health. And, you know, and Dinna has packaged everything so easily that I'm with her and trying to figure out, well, why aren't there enough corporate sponsors like just jumping on it? I wouldn't care if it was 4. You know what I mean? Like there's like, to me, mental health should be like the ultimate foundational piece that the corporation should be sponsoring into, specifically around Love is Love, because she has the pool already there, the needs are already there, and it'd be easy for them to dice up how they're gonna kind of distribute the support amongst the people that they're serving, you know? So I just think that's like something that for myself that I plan to spend a lot of time over the next 12 months, just kind of highlighting this particular organization. If there's one organization I could be waving a flag to, then it has to be this, because it's too near and dear to my heart, and something that I, as an entertainer, as a 30-year veteran of the creative arts, like, holy shit, we need that support, you know? And who better than to advocate than other creatives? We're all creatives and producers here. So I think that's just an important, you know, note that I wanted to make sure that we, you know, got into a little bit. And even Dinna, like, for you to like speak to why that was important, you know, in the foundation of Love is Love, like why, I don't know if I've ever asked you why that was so important to you.
I mean, I think, thank you, Tekitha, that I have so many thoughts on this, but like one of the things is that I'm a psychotherapist myself, a licensed psychotherapist, right? And so I remember when I first started Sybarite, it was a company of like 16 core dancers. And a lot of them had come from pretty difficult backgrounds. And I had come from a background of running group homes and working with foster youth and this and that. So kind of like, we sort of like clicked together in this way. And I remember specifically working with trauma and understanding that trauma is released with 3 different things: breath, sound, and movement. Then you can release it out of your body. And I remember watching these guys break dancing and the noises they were making and crumping and thinking, this is therapy. This is happening here. Yeah. And especially with the like the noises and then stomping, like all that kind of stuff is like the most beautiful, accurate way to release trauma out of the body. One of the things that Jennifer Johns and I have been trying to put together is to find a foundation that would sponsor artists to do an intensive program with us that is a transmutation program. So essentially they would see me weekly as the therapist. They would see her monthly to start to organize how they're going to create a piece of art, either performance piece or whatever, of transmuting whatever trauma that they're working through in the therapy. It would end with like an intensive 3 to 4 day at my home in Miami, like a retreat where we put it all together, and then it becomes a huge performing arts transmutation of pain art piece, essentially. But we want to be offering these people scholarships. Nobody in our community can afford therapy. You know, and I gotta live. So there's only so much pro bono I can do or keep knocking my prices down and down and down and down, you know. But
Yeah.
we all need support.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dinna, for helping me. I went to the Dinna School of Therapy, and my family as well. So I personally can thank you for being my friend over the years. Not only working with Sybarite, but you definitely helped me a lot with my family and my children, relationship issues and stuff like that. So I understand, and that's sharing this openly, on this platform. You know what I mean? But I'm not afraid because we all need therapy at some point in our lives. You know what I mean? Like you said, Tekitha. But yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It's my honor. It's my pleasure and my honor. But I also want to say, like, in a way, like everything Sybarite's done has sort of a sort of wiggly way of getting therapy in there. Because even Art Erotica, Rick and I did together, sort of, it was supposed to always be very lighthearted, but we would discuss funny but serious things around sexuality a lot.
Yep. I've been to many Art Erotica, for sure. And everybody that performs, like they're kind of releasing something, relating to their art. Or go ahead, Alaric.
I was going to say, at Art Erotica, you're in a room with people who've all of a sudden given you this freedom to express certain things that you may not have expressed. So, like it was group therapy.
Yeah.
Yes. Madam X.
Yeah.
With some clothes.
Sometimes clothed and sometimes not.
Yeah.
And games, and a lot of games too.
It's important that people felt comfortable.
Yeah.
And so it was
for sure.
To make anyone uncomfortable, to be in someone's face, to be aggressive. Everything was always done with a tone of like, we're here to just be in joy, and if pleasure falls suit, then great.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I want to do right now is take a quick break, go to some video, for our people out there, so they can see more of the, Love is Love dancers and the choreographers and what they do, why we're here, why we're doing this, and why we're advocating for this amazing anniversary celebration that's going down. What's the date?
August 27th.
August 27th. That's a Wednesday, y'all. We're going to be at Racket. It's going to be a 20th anniversary and fundraiser at Racket, which is formerly Highline Ballroom, where we always been doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just under a new name right now, So this is beautiful for us to come to like Racket as a homecoming, This is like so emotionally beautiful. So let's get back into some vibes. Take a quick break. It's Wu-Tang Radio, DJ Hard Hittin Harry, alongside Dinna and Alaric and Tekitha Wisdom. We are here. Love is Love, 20th anniversary edition. Keep it locked right here, y'all. that was actually the last Love is Love in April. And for those that don't know, it's quarterly. It's every 4 months. Hook or Crook and Dinna, I applaud you. Every 4 months we have a Love is Love. It goes down, you know. It was a little shaky during the pandemic, but
a little break. But you know what? During the
what up, Devro man?
Well, during the pandemic is when we ended up doing Love is Love Worldwide, which is where I contacted in 24 different countries around the world. During the pandemic, because we couldn't do it, and I was actually getting phone calls from dancers being like, I can't pay my rent, I can't get food for my kid, like, and I was like, we got to do something. And then we turned into like a live stream. It was 20 countries around the world.
That was dope.
I found ambassadors in each country, which put together an hour's worth of programming of dance, music, DJing, art. And then we streamed it through all the platforms.
That was super dope.
4 hours and raised money for artists all around the world. And it was crazy. But
yeah, that was amazing. All over the world. You know?
Talks to someone in South Africa at that time was like a lot of money, but it really wasn't. I think the real reward at the end of the day was that at a time when we were all in lockdown and the world was like so tiny, we had created this WhatsApp group of artists, like over 400 artists around the world. And they were all, they were doing exactly what I was hoping, which is they started to like collaborate. Oh, you were on Love is Love Nigeria. I was on Taiwan. I loved your work. Can I come to Nigeria when this is all over, and can we do something? So they started, and they still, 5 years later, are communicating with each other on that group.
So
it's really cool.
Yeah, that was amazing. I want to say a big shout out to Devro Man, one of my moderators from Twitch. He's in the chat right now. Salute to Devro Man. Thanks for joining us, my brother. You know, he's from Delaware, so shout out to Delaware on the check-in. But yeah, so let's talk more about. I want to really touch on the historical, like what we've done in the past, you know, and just the nostalgia part about it. Because over the 20 years, what has changed for you throughout the 20 years with the Love is Love, with the dancers, with the organization? What has changed? What have you seen over the 20 years? Nostalgic Weekly.
I mean, I so much. Like, first of all, Sybarite, Love is Love is something that was birthed later on. That's not the way we started. We started, you know, like I said, Marjory helped me bring certain people together that were pillars in the New York dance community. And we created a hierarchy. So they started from the top. They were represented different genres. And then we had an audition, and based on their names, like hundreds of dancers came out. And all of them were amazing. And we picked like 40, and then it kind of trickled down to like 16. But what we would do is we would hold these incredible, affordable workshops, like $10 for 2 hours with these incredible legends, right? And we use that workshop to sort of be an audition to bring more people in. And it was an audition. We would be teaching a piece that we were going to dance. The idea was that we were going to go to like a musical artist that was going to perform at SOBs, let's say. And we would open up for that musical artist with a song that of theirs and show them what we got. And then the hope was that that musical artist would be like, wow, that was amazing. Can I work with you in the future? Have you on our tour? Have you in our music videos? That was the idea behind it. Within a year was when we started to sort of expand out, and we did our first actual show at Joe's Pub. I don't know if you were there, Harry.
No.
So it was I contacted every urban clothing designer, like Fat Farm, Sean John, LRG, Rockaway, like everything. And I was like, yo, we're not looking for monetary sponsorship. We're just looking for a product. And at that time, like 2004, 2005, everything was so different. They would just let you drive up and they would give you clothes. And so when I put out this flyer, it basically said that we were sponsored by all of these people, so everybody wanted to come. And we did a dance fashion show where they had like layers of 7 different fashion designers on them, and then they would take them off as they were going on. That was the first Love is Love, but it was called like Voluptuous Living. That's what
Voluptuous Living. Voluptuous Living. Do you have footage from that, like from back in the days?
And that shit was crazy. It was a line around the block. Of course, it was free. It was you just RSVP. It was like that kind of thing. It was at Joe's Pub. We had people dancing on the booths and like all around, popping out of every. It was amazing. That's where
I don't know. Joe's Pub seemed kind of small for me. Like that stage looked small as hell. How did you fit like a whole bunch of dancers on that stage?
16 dancers on that stage and did a
whole
production, like an hour. It was crazy, and everybody ciphered on that tiny little stage. I have video of Cricket, this really amazing dancer, fly across the whole stage on his head. Like it was insanity. It was great.
I can't wait to see the retrospective.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember because he hooked me up with Joe's Pub. I remember, and I really wasn't used to being on the mic or anything, and I just remember like looking like I was gonna vomit, and remember him being like, okay, like you're gonna go on at this time, and then he looked at me and he was like, "Are you okay?" So after that, Ray hooked us up with like Latin Quarters and then some other, and it started. Yeah,
I think I came with Latin Quarters. That's when I started to come.
Yeah,
and then Spotlight was after that.
And I remember that's when other choreographers started to come in and be like, "Well, can I choreograph for this show? Can I?" So it wasn't like we did open calls like we do now. People coming, being like, "Oh, I want to perform." Like I want to perform, and then we did Spotlight. That's when Scion. Remember?
Scion. Yeah.
That was a great show.
I think I still got a Scion jacket or a sweatshirt or something like that. They gave us clothes. Remember that?
They gave us clothes. They gave us
like a car company would give us clothing gear.
They gave us money. They gave us
word.
That's
what's up.
Whatever I wanted. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
Brought to them. I would have dancers dancing in colleges, dancing through cars. I was like doing like all this creative stuff. They let me do whatever. It was amazing. And then we ended up at Highline.
Yes.
And back then, just so you guys understand, we would. Oh my God, I would thing where, because back then the venue was 50-50 of the door. You give them 50%, you get 50%. It's not like now. Now you have to rent the venue and it's $10,000. You have to like whatever, right? And so it wasn't a risk really. But I was trying to help the dancers learn how to market themselves. So let's say it was $10 to get in. I'm supposed to get $5, but I wouldn't take that $5. I would tell the dancers, anybody who comes in and says your name, you get that $5. I was to help them like market themselves. So then I also would record the show and burn it on my computer on a DVD.
Yeah, I still got some of those DVDs.
I would spend like afterwards meeting up with people in different parts of the city to give them $10 or $25 or a DVD or like I just was.
Dinna was the original hustle woman.
Listen, out the trunk.
The hustle woman. Like Hustle Man?
Yeah, the hustle woman.
Hustle woman.
Like, no, there's no other way to do this.
Jesus Christ.
City. She burned up more gas delivering $10.
It was insanity. It was totally
insane.
Alaric said, "What are we doing?" Ma'am.
He's like, I'm not doing it. He was like,
I'm not doing it.
But they worked hard for the $7. I gotta get it to them.
Wow.
You're in that mindset, like when you're living off of $3 a day, like it feels like a lot, you know? And so we did a lot of that. And then it was really it was like a domino effect. Highline Ballroom closed.
Yeah.
We went to Gramercy. It was so expensive. We went to Urban Plaza. It was so
Urban Plaza. Yeah.
no 50/50, no nothing. And the pandemic hit, and it got worse. So now it's like, I mean, like Sony Hall, $15,000 to rent, and $10,000 for food and beverage guarantee. That's $25,000. Like that's insanity, you know. So I probably have to move out of Manhattan, which not physically, I mean the show.
Yeah.
And, I really like.
How's the relationship with Music Hall of Williamsburg?
Great. So the Bowery is Music Hall of Williamsburg, Bowery, and Racket, and they're great. They are. I really love them. But I think what happens with most of these venues is they are such sticklers with the capacity that when you have a capacity of 650, like the reason we can't do it at Racket anymore, but you have 400 dancers.
Yeah.
So I can sell 250 tickets, which is not how it works because there's 50 people who are like, I'm VIP. So I sell 200 tickets at like even $40. We're still not making the rental fee, let alone the overhead, you know, like DJs need to be paid. The host needs to be paid. The videographer needs to be paid. I mean, now, thank God there's Google Drive and email, and I can just drive people, you know, their footage. And the dancers are suffering. That's who's suffering. Because the only way for us to afford this show is that I have to now charge each dancer $10 to perform, which is totally insane. No. But in their world, it is because they are coming out of pocket. Some of them are homeless. Now they have to figure out a way to get rehearsal space. They got to figure out a way to, each choreographer is in charge of their dancers. So they have like constantly be the ones to hit, you know, I think in some ways they're like, it's got to really benefit them.
Yes.
What I would love is to be able to never have to charge them because it's a real drama, man.
You know what I think escapes you sometimes? The opportunities that you are creating for people. This is a platform that they get to show what they do. And it's a huge platform. It's become a rite of passage for a lot of dancers in New York to come and perform at Sybarite. I mean, if the bar to get in is $10, it's not asking a lot, you know, for what they're given.
Yeah.
The platform is incredible. I mean, you know.
Honestly, ideally, there would be a sort of a scholarship setup where the ones that can afford it are covering the ones that can't in some ways, you know. You know. Yeah. But Harry, I have to say that, like, at the end of the day, I've wanted to throw in the hat like a million times and be like,
I'm sure. You know, listen, I just want to add to that. Like when you say, you know, the DJ's got to get paid. Although I really enjoy receiving what you give me. I really, and I may be a DJ. I just want to say I do it for the love, like for real. Like it brings me so much joy. Just you said what?
I said I know you do it for the love because it's pennies. It's pennies below.
Yeah, and that's really my point. Like I really enjoy the nurturing part and the way you nurture these dancers and the choreographers to do what they do, giving them a platform every 4 months. So I enjoy coming out playing, and I love playing for dancers. Like as a DJ, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to. You don't want to go somewhere and the DJ is not playing. You know, the dancers are not dancing. I'm sorry. So I just have to add to that. You know, like I know it's a struggle, but you know, man, you know. But I don't want. Go ahead.
It exist without people like you, Harry, Dax, Lamont Shalimar.
Shout out to Lamont. Shout out to Shalimar.
All the people that do it and, you know, hope they might get paid, but like understand. They can see, oh, she there's nothing there. There's nothing in the pot.
Right.
And
Right.
still come through and continue. Now, I have to change with the times. Like, one of the main conversations I had with the venue last show was that they were saying all the venues are shutting down because their rent is so expensive that they have to charge us too much and we can't afford it. And then also the culture has changed. People aren't drinking, so their bars are not making any money. Young people are not drinking anymore.
Yeah, they don't drink like that.
And they're not, maybe because they're not, I don't know why, but like the end of the show, they're not like ciphering and dancing as much. So people have been kind of pushing me towards maybe doing this more on a Sunday, which is like so crazy to me because it was always an industry event. It was always like party till like 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. But these young people are really like, I mean, it's good. Like, they go to sleep early. They're like, I gotta go to work. And
a lot of them got to go to work. You know, a lot of them got to go to work or whatever, you know.
This in a whole other direction where it's at a theater on a Sunday, which is very different from which is another reason in some ways that I want to celebrate this 20 years, because I can sense intuitively that there's a shift coming.
Right.
And it's so, let's celebrate what we had, because it was a lot of fucking fun, you know? Yeah. And I also want to say just really quick, Harry, like, yes, I've wanted to throw in the hat a lot of times. My bank accounts wanted me to throw in the hat a lot of times, but that then having like even just a couple of dancers be like, when's the next Sybarite, or I really hope, or like whatever it is, or this 2 shows ago, the one we did at Crown Hill Theater, I had a parent. She told me that her kid had gone off to college and had been so like clinically, like she was terrified, depressed. And that when the show came and she started rehearsing and dancing, like we talked about how much therapy it is, and being back in a community, which is the other thing that dance does for you, or sports teams, or like all that kind of stuff, that her depression is gone. And that the first time she had seen her daughter smile in like months. And I feel like you guys saved her life. And so it's stuff like that where I'm like, okay, you know, let's keep going.
Yes.
What's a
absolutely.
couple?
It's amazing.
Absolutely. That's
guys,
beautiful.
really quickly, my charger is not working. That's why I had a problem earlier locking in, and now my laptop battery is drained. It was like,
no, it's all right. We're wrapping up anyway.
I don't want it to die on us.
We're wrapping up, so I just want to kind of like reiterate and just kind of say for our audience out there what we're doing again. So just for everybody that's just now joining us, Wednesday, August 27th, this is Sybarite Productions celebrating 20th anniversary and a fundraiser at Racket, formerly Highline Ballroom, celebrating 20 years of community service and support of artists, dancers, choreographers, performers, and we just, you know, we're gonna do it big on you know, at Racket. So tell our audience, Dinna, what the end goal, again, what you hope to accomplish on our way out, that everybody will see when they come to Racket.
All right. So what the end goal really is for us to all commiserate each other and really honor and look back at 20 years of our lives together and how we grew up together. So this isn't just about Love is Love, the dance showcase. This is about Art Erotica. This is about us. This is about Brooklyn. This is about Manhattan. This is about New York. This is like our lives growing up together, and honoring all the people who have passed and all the legends that
See what I got on, right?
Yeah.
See what I got on. This was Ray's thing. Yeah. Camo, and I got the Voodoo Ray hat.
Yep.
So, yeah, man.
And many other dancers, really, and musicians and artists are going to come and commiserate all these people. An award ceremony. You go to LOVEisLOVEworldwide.com. You click on art. It's going to lead you to all the details of the different tiers of the tickets. Please read that very carefully, because there are tickets there that are very affordable, and there are tickets there that are really going to help us out and we have a lot of gifts for people in exchange for that.
And don't just buy one, just buy a block.
There you go.
Buy a table.
Yeah.
You know, and if your company, you think that your company aligns with Sybarite, have them reach out and sponsor long term. You can do something.
Yeah.
That's right. Tekitha, final thoughts, my dear.
Oh my gosh, my final thoughts are, what a wonderful mission to support, and that anybody watching this stream should absolutely go to loveisloveworldwide.com and just learn more about the organization and what they're doing throughout the year, and how you can best support the path that they're on, the journey that they are leading the charge on to support artists and creatives in this business. So that would be my final thought. Go to the website and get your block of tickets so you can come to Love is Love on the 27th of August, because we'll all be there.
That's right. That's right. LOVEisLOVEworldwide.com. Come through. It's on the screen, y'all. Definitely check it out. It's in the chat. LOVEisLOVEworldwide.com. Alaric, you were about to say something?
I was just going to say 20 years. It's a huge accomplishment. Not a lot.
Yes.
Years. Your 05 Honda Civic is breaking down, and Sybarite is still going.
That's right.
That's right.
and through thick and thin too, man. Through losses and of course the huge loss of Ray, you know, which always continues to, you know, be in all of our hearts and our spirits. That's why I had to set off the montage with Ray. You know, the reason why I even knew about Love is Love, you know. So yeah.
Thank
you.
Sure. Thank you, Harry. Thank you,
Harry.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my honor. It's my honor.
Face.
Whatever I can. It's good to see your face too.
I know.
I love you, Tekitha. I love you.
So much.
And I'm so incredibly proud of you. Wonder Duo. I have your music. You know, it's on rotation on Wu-Tang Radio. You already know the vibe.
We'll have a whole separate interview for that. I'll bring.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. You got
Wu-Tang.
Yeah. Because we could go in on that. You know, the Ghost Fate tunes and all that. You know what I mean? But all that. But thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you all. Dinna, I love you.
Love you.
Alaric, I love you, my brother. Tekitha, I love you.
Love you, Alaric.
Love you too.
I can't wait. You know, I can't wait for the 27th. It's part of my Loud Outside tour. I'm loud and I'm outside. So I got it as part of my Loud Outside tour. Just can't wait to, you know, rock out with you guys, man. And I'll be there early too, you know.
Love you guys.
Peace.
All right. Love is love. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody tuned in right now. It's Wu-Tang Radio, the Midday Mixtape, DJ Hard Hittin Harry. Thanks to my guests once again, Dinna, Alaric, and Tekitha from Sybarite. Love is Love. We're celebrating 20 years, y'all. It's the 20th anniversary celebration of this iconic and beautiful organization, nurturing dancers and choreographers and creatives from all over the world. All right? So my name is DJ Hard Hittin Harry. I'd like to thank my Twitch family. Thank you, Twitch. We're going to go out with... with some more video, of Love is Love. Got to do it. We got to do it. We're going to go out with more video of Sybarite. And thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you for being a part of this experience. All right? It's Wu-Tang Radio, the Midday Mixtape, DJ Hard Hittin Harry. Peace out, y'all. Later.
I said don't panic, keep the faith, nigga. She say that's her nigga. Come on, do for her. These bitches try to spot the fun. I'm lucky, nigga. Sticky situation, discrimination. Red-handed porn stitching like ovation. Standing like ovation on business occupation. Dripping condensation, gotta earn some conversation.
Yeah, make some noise for Sadi Rose, y'all. Sadi Rose, spinning character, all the way to the steps.
Oopsie, made a oopsie. Wasn't it I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Don't wanna have to turn into the cops in a snoopy. Okay, Dusty. We don't want to revert back to our old ways. So if I try to breathe in exercise, okay? When I breathe, you breathe. Alright? Let's go.
I got a new bag of tricks I wanna try out. We can lipstick straight to the hideout. Little mama with the vibes wanna vibe out. She like the way the diamonds still dance with the lights out. She said she feels it and she feels it nice. She swap. Open up the freezer for the ice out. Tell me something, can I place this on your belly button? Watch the ice melt. Water dripping like the dice now. Tell the truth, I just wanna let it speak. Talk about the sweetest things that I don't like to do. The love below is calling in. I got the sweetest tooth. Call me like king again and I can feel like proof. Started with a spark and now we burning at the roof. Fighting in the living room, I know what to do. It's why in the basement, so now we in the
Mismo prueba me atrapé, se quedó con seguidilla. Cuando vio lo que le hice, sentadita en esa silla. Ay, Dios mío, ¿cómo te cambia? Otra vez, policía, ¿qué fue lo que le hice? Yo no sé. Me la bebí todita, tenía sed. Mismo prueba me atrapé, se quedó con seguidilla. Cuando vio lo que le hice, sentadita.
Niggas got me fucked up. Better keep my head up. You know your head's up. They might not shoot you. I'll let the truth out. Because I got it in there. If it's not bullshit, you might endorse it.
sound. Take the sound, exit the stage.